Hey, JN. Hope you're wearing a Spider-Man suit today, JN says. Well, I wish I had one. I'll buy one if you guys support me with a super chat. But let's go. Intro. Hey, you, my captain. That's no good. Personal messages. I guess, nothing was compromised, but still. Okay, there the Spider-Man stream is going, guys. So, just doing random warm-ups there in the rings, while I knew I was going to play the Spider-Man song as an intro. But it's mostly going to be a lower mobility focused workout today. But I call it the Spider-Man stream because I put out, I don't know, I thought of it now. You look good, bro, Nils Muse says. Like, you like working that pole, I see. Lol. Radiating face. Well, thanks. It's a nice day now. It was raining and shit all weekend, but now, it's a nice day. But okay, I'll actually, you can keep if you have any questions or anything, because, these streams, I can be flexible with my time. I have some other stuff to do today, but if you interact a lot, I can, this is not the type of workout that I need to rush and be on the clock like that. I can always take time between exercises and talk to you guys. But so now I'm gonna, ask questions if you have anything. But for now, I'm gonna hide the stream so I can just go on a little intro rant about why the Spider-Man stream. So the thing is, as a kid, Spider-Man was my guy. He was the one. I liked Batman too. Superman never really appealed to me. I think in a way because he's too unrelatable in that, he can just fucking fly and is giga fucking strong. It's too extreme and too simple. Of course, those are cool powers and all, but do you see? As Spider-Man, it was cool that he can sort of fly, but he uses it because he can jump so high and is so agile and strong, and he can sling with the webs, And this was not all to it, though. I remember clearly as a kid that I thought he had the coolest powers. There's also that Peter Parker was so relatable to me that he was just some kid, that happened to get this gift with the spider powers, and so many times he was put in situations where he had to sacrifice Peter Parker's well-being for the greater good, be Spider-Man, and bail on the people in his life so that Peter Parker's reputation and relationship and just welfare, well-being and everything, yeah, doesn't work out. But and no one knows that he's the hero. That they think Peter Parker is just unreliable. You can't trust his word and stuff. But it's really that he's prioritizing doing the right thing. And he learned from his uncle that with great power comes great responsibility. And unfortunately, it was when he had the opportunity to stop a robber. But didn't, because of the guy that he was robbing had done Peter wrong. But so he chose on ego. He could have stopped him, but he didn't, and then he killed his uncle. And well, he learned the lesson then that with great power comes great responsibility. So as a kid, it pained me greatly to think of the fact that I will never be Spider-Man. Superman, it was too much. We can't even feel bad about not being Superman. But Spider-Man, he was so human still, Like Superman literally is not, right? But as that, I was an immature kid then, right? Now I understand that Spider-Man is just an ideal. I can still choose to prioritize the right thing above all. And in fact, it happens to me a lot in my life. I get shit. I do stuff to help people, but because they can be uncomfortable and difficult for people to deal with, I become the bad guy, right? And, I'm never going to be able to sling webs specifically, but, being stronger and jumping higher, being more mobile, flexible, agile, that I can work on. And so when I was putting out a little rant on my Instagram story just in text about this, it occurred to me that I've gotten quite strong and mobile, but not agile necessarily. Like I am more agile too, but I don't train that all that much, like jumping more and stuff. So today because I had already planned to do some mobility, that is more the mobility strength side of things, but more mobility than strength today. But I figured I can improvise a little bit here, throw in some stuff. I can do a little bit of upper body stuff too, just nothing too straining because I have my full upper body, like heavy workout tomorrow. So mainly lower body, mainly mobility, but a little bit of exploration with other stuff. So now, before I do anything more, I'll take a look at the chat. Okay. Goodberry. My view on testosterone, I can get to that soon. I will start my first 48 water fast tomorrow, Niels Muse says. Yeah, well, great, but you say water fast, do it with the salts. Like at least sodium, it's the most important one. Think like 1 teaspoon per liter. There's no certain amount that you need to drink, but this is going to make, just rather than plain water, just adding the salts, won't destroy, like ruin any aspect of the fast, but it will make you feel a lot better. So it's just a recommendation there. But good luck on the fast. Let me know how it went afterwards in a comment or something. And JN, before I go on testosterone there, says Spider-Man is fiction, bro. You're writing your own hero story. I prefer listening to you instead of watching a Spider-Man movie. For sure, man. But you see that it's a story that I tell. That I was a kid. I'm not like, now, because I barely watch movies at all these days, But when there come a new Spider-Man movie, I will see it at some point when I just have my downtime, Like go with a friend to the cinema or, see it virtually, digitally later on somehow. So it's just, but it's pure entertainment for me now. I don't go overly, and this is my message too on this channel. Video games, movies and all that, you can have a little bit of that if it's productive downtime, not your main occupation, right? And so, it's not that I'm here like, I want to be like Spider-Man. It's just that it just so happens that a lot of things that sync up with Spider-Man are important to me, right? Like both with the values there, doing the right thing, even though you get shit for it, and then just becoming strong, like Spider-Man. He got the powers instantly like that, but then he got better as he got more experience, right? And kind of the same for me in a sense. It's just the panic attacks, it wasn't like that, but a few months after that I kind of leveled up in many ways from that, but then I've had to train and make myself even stronger, right? But I had that initial power up from the panic attack. It's so nice with the sun, guys. So Niels says, okay, thanks bro for the tips. I will, bro, on his fast. Awesome. Spider-Man wants to be Theo, he says. Well, yeah, I'd be honored if he feels that way. It's actually a guilty pleasure of mine. I love Bully Maguire. My favorite Spider-Man movies, because I grew up with a 90s animated series, so that's like where my heart is to begin with. But then the first movies with Tobey Maguire and James Franco, Kirsten Dunst, others, but those ones were my favorites. And there's a lot of from the Spider-Man 3 when he goes like emo, with a black suit. the part when he is like black suit Spider-Man is so funny. There's so many memes, and so it's a guilty pleasure of mine to follow like Bully Maguire videos. So people, it's become a thing that there's so many edited videos with stuff from Spider-Man movies. And yeah, they're just funny to me, short clips, you know, so they're good. Just squeeze in one here and there. Jan says, when do you go to Greece? Like, there's no, since I don't have any date that I have to be there, it's my choice and I can work from everywhere. You know, it leads into Niels's question, what do you do for a living, by the way? You know, I've finally set it up so that I run my own business, you know. I'm self-sufficient in the income I get from coaching clients. And, you know, now I'm starting to get a bit more actual direct income from this YouTube. You guys, yeah, I thought about it before the stream, actually. You guys are one of my employers. And the funny thing is that I will work always for you, is the difference. And you don't have to pay. You decide if and how much you want to pay me, you know, because there is the super chat option. There is the option to become a Patreon and support monthly. So yeah, now I'm actually starting to get a few $100 maybe from YouTube directly per month, like that. But it's basically coaching clients and yeah, some from my content creation, and I have some other stuff on the works too. Like, I will be selling merch, which is not so much about making money, because I want the profit margin is not that big. It's more about creating the tribe community, but I will soon put out Solar Night t-shirts and stuff like that for you. And yeah, so yeah, about yeah, I just when I go to Greece. Yeah, the thing is, since I've set it up so that my workplace is me, you know, me and a phone basically is all I need. So I've just set this unspecific, like in the beginning of November is the goal. It could be sooner or later, slightly sooner or later, depending on just how things develop when I look for a place to live and all that, right? So that's a nice thing. Since I'm not, like, I'm going there because I got employment and it starts on this date, you know, I can set somewhat of a, you know, vague, like ish, November, but preferably early November is the goal. It's also because I have some stuff to sort out at home here, right? It's nice, you guys talk a lot, but I barely can train. I can, you know, keep it going, and I'll set up. Actually, I have two exercises I like to do in a superset here. Just the question is how I do with a camera. But keep it coming, guys. I will, in between sets now, start. It was nice that we got an intro. Okay, this is not. How can you do this here, maybe? Okay. So I'm gonna explain first. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna do a split squat, a knees over toes split squat. That is really a quad exercise done like that, but it hits many things. But knees over toes guy uses it a lot to strengthen the knee. In this case, I'm gonna do it with the back foot elevated instead of both feet on the ground to emphasize the back legs hip flexor stretch. So I'm really not, I will give my front leg some strength training, but it's really the hip flexor stretch in the back one. And I want to do it with a straight leg back because I want to hit more of the ellipsoas and not the rectus femoris here. And you just do that because of the way it attaches over the joints with a straight leg. And you'll see that when I have my right foot forward, a lot easier for me than when I have my left foot forward, because I still have my hip injury and it's very unstable, especially at the bottom of an exercise like this. So I might stumble and stuff like that on this one. We'll see. Start with a strong leg. Gonna have to experiment with position a bit too. Okay, that's decent. It's getting warm. So we see. Digital nomad, yeah. Hope I'll meet you one day in real. We love you in Belgium. Wow, thanks, Jayan. We have a are you Domins buddy or what? Or are you Sims buddy? Know some Belgians, you know. So, where were we? Yeah, so how much you making from YouTube, bro? That's the thing, remember. You decide. You decide. And one thing I'm trying to teach you on this channel, that it's not just about me. Yeah, I'm asking you for the super chats to support me and the channel and our channel, our thing too, but I try to teach you how to go about life in general. I am here on this channel giving you because I want to, right? It's not that I don't put anything out if I don't get the monetary support from you guys, right? But I'm trying to set an example that you can give back too. And in life, that's it's supposed to be like that. You know, you can't let, there's always the balance. You can't let people use you, but when you find your people and you see that both just want the best for each other, then if you just give and you'll give, you'll raise each other up. And so what I make from YouTube, to not only make it that kind of angle on the answer, I said it before, it's like a few $100 per month. And that has happened recently, like in August. Maybe I made like $300 in super chat, and for a little ad revenue I get maybe like another 50 or something, and probably I'll reach something similar here in September. I think I have like barely or like $200 in September or something right now. So you see, it's not much yet at all. But then I have a few Patreons. That's something I want to mention, by the way. My full-on coaching, working directly with me, is quite expensive, you know, because I deliver a high-quality product and I'm going to be totally available now to you, you know. You get my full involvement, but the top reward on my Patreon is what I think is kind of a good middle way for someone that feels like they don't necessarily need full-on coaching. They got a lot going for themselves, but could probably get a lot of use from getting my input, talking to me about their process and just chit-chatting every once in a while. And also it's a way to create the relationship with me if you want to, right? Like there are many guys that wanna be my friend, but it's like, it has to be equal relationship. If I have more to give, that's the thing with a thing like Patreon. Now you get access to it because, you know, it needs to be balanced out like that. But it's for the $50 tier per month. You get the monthly call with me, and of course I'd respond to your chat message every now and then too, right? But it's good. You get like a consultation call monthly as a reward, which when it's like standalone, when it's someone who's not a client or anything, take $150 for a consultation like that. So it's like, because you sign up and you know, then you're gonna continue doing that on Patreon, then the price for the consultation gets cut in a third. But yeah, now we talked a bit about the business and YouTube income and that. Niels Muse. It's funny, I don't know how to pronounce that at all when it's like Belgian or what no, it's probably Belgian or it's Dutch. What do you think about Kadur Siani? Well, tell me about him, I guess, because I've never heard that before. So tell me a bit about that, what that even means. I guess it's a person, but what does he do or whatever? Okay, I'm from Belgium. Okay, cool. You Belgians, do you? Is it just random that you're from Belgium, or is it? Are you here through any of the guys I mentioned? Domin or Sim? Just moving dumbbells over here. Okay. So not so many. It's been a nice stream. It's funny. Sometimes there's a lot more people, but no one says anything. And now it's like few people, but lots of chatting going on. I love it. You say Kadur Siani is a dunker. He's 5'11" and 48 years old and still dunks. Like dunks, I guess basketball. He was on Mark Bell's show a couple of days ago. Yeah, I haven't watched, I have watched Mark Bell's show, but it's like I don't have the time now, right now. It will, stuff like that is like for me queued up for maybe when I'm in a lower state or somehow just can't take as much direct action in my life. That's when I will resort more to things like that. But okay, this guy, like dunking at 48, like it's good that he's there, but to me it's not impressive because I've realized how you're not supposed to degenerate. That old people degenerate around us is not because that just happens when you grow old. Time passing by is just one of the factors that ages you. Your lifestyle, and there's just not your lifestyle and time. It's like so many things in your lifestyle that influence how much you degenerate, how much fast you age. So 48, like to me, like 48, he's still young, kind of. Like. I see myself, my mentor again, Opti Holm. He is think similar lifestyle to mine, but he's 37. He looks like me basically, like he doesn't really look older. He is older and wiser, not only because the age. It's another thing. Wisdom, age is not the only thing that influences how smart and wise you are. Certain experiences can make it happen sooner in your life, right? But okay, I gotta get to this other exercise. So I have one other. So the first one, more hip flexor and quad, this one is more glute and hamstring, and there's a little bit of glute in the other one too, but it's I'm actually doing these exercises, the mobility. I'm looking to get a front split eventually, probably that side with the left leg forward. We'll have to wait because I'm still injured, so that's not really possible, but I can get as much done as possible, and I can get it on the other side, right? So this one is kind of a Jefferson curl / Romanian deadlift with one leg. Yeah, you're gonna see it's a special one. You can be creative, guys. I came up with this recently. Just the angle works well. Yeah, looks like the camera is good. Yeah, my head sticks out a little bit, right? But I'm gonna bend over, so it's fine. So it's really okay. You know what? Let's start with the left forward. Actually, I'm gonna be facing away from you guys a bit. Oh, okay, that one's gonna be nice. Next set. I'm gonna put on music. It's tough. Even when it's not that heavy, just the pain exhausts you with mobility training. Do you prefer a girl in the fitness industry? What prefer a girl in the fitness industry? Do I have a GF? Well, I sort of have, Uh, it's a special situation, but these titles like girlfriend and stuff, until you're married, is kind of, it's something. It can be a gesture when you call stuff, but then you actually have a relationship with someone that just is what it is, right? And for reasons, me and my girl are a little like, certain things need to happen before, like we don't live in the same place for once, right? Some things have to work out before we can be like full on together like that. But I gotta say that she's my girlfriend, really, because like we both look at each other that way, and we talk to each other that way, and we both like, this is something we've talked about and agreed, like what I'm telling you guys, she knows too, right? So, and fitness industry, why why the industry? Like, no, I don't need her to be in the industry, obviously, but I need her to take good care of her health and fitness, right? And so she definitely does. Like, she's really just a mirror image of me, the female, so yeah, I'm very lucky man like that. But it's not, I'm not God. I've said that because it's, certain things I can't say for 100% certain if this is the one like that, because I am not God. It's not, we aren't married or anything. We don't have kids or anything right yet, right? But I'd say I'm very, very sure. I know I just have to trust the process and not be chasing it, not trying to force it, just let it happen by me walking the path I'm supposed to walk in life, Lots of things, you can't just get them like that immediately, right? You have to let God's will be done, not yours, right? Lovely. JN follows up. Lovely. Hope you will marry soon and make beautiful, healthy children. Yeah, that's the thing. We both really, really want that. I've told her 100 kids, 100 years old, and 10 kids. Jacked and 10 at 100 years old with 10 kids, grandkids, etc. Like, that's the dream. That's the goal. So yeah. It's funny, right? Do you understand? 10 kids, that's like 9 years of being pregnant, or like 7.5 years. But Niels, what is your opinion on Islam? These are questions, they trigger me a bit, because I've had certain opinions that I don't really have anymore on it, So I get like triggered and often assume, I've realized, that the person is coming from the view that I did. But my view on Islam is that it's another religion, but it's really, there's only one God, no matter how you look at it. It's not like there are different teams that have their gods and they're at war with each other. People have been at war with each other, but that's not really about belief in God, or this becomes something else then. Then it's an ideology. Fuck's sake. Yeah, and a lot of people would say Islam is not a religion, it's an ideology. But look, everything can be. So my view on it is that I met Muslims, or let's say it like this, I've met people that would say they're Christian and all that I don't identify with at all. I don't feel like we share the same morals and values and worldview at all. And I have met Muslims where I feel like we're very aligned in our beliefs. This person says Allah and I say God, So yeah, but I'd say, Islam is probably on a like political, societal level like that, like the one that's most used as a weapon, like to both sides right now. Like, it's the one that you have. There's a lot of problems associated with it, but I don't think about all the Muslims and the religion in and of itself like that being bad necessarily. It's just very politicized, and with the terrorism and that. So let's see here. You say, Niels also says, so you're a monotheist. Well, I don't care about these words. Like, I believe in God. Can I just say that? Like, I'm not mad at you, Niels. I'm just expressing myself that I always get this. People want to get into all the intellectual bullshit. Like, so are you conservative? Are you liberal? It's like, no, I'm Theo. I have my own opinions. I don't bow down to different titles and yeah, stuff like this, And then, of course, we use words, we communicate certain things, but when it comes to like my view on the world and stuff, I don't feel like I have to have a label attached to it. I'm Theo with the uncommon sense view of the world, Welcome to the channel. That's kind of what's going on here, right? Yes, I understand, bro. You're right, he says. Yeah, well, I'm glad, man. Not exist YouTube. I'm 70 years old. my growth of the height suddenly stopped, so please prescribe me some exercises to improve my growth. But you probably stopped growing, you know, like you're not gonna grow be tall forever. But the thing is, what I'll help you still, but don't spam the same question again. I'm talking about it now. You know, improve your growth. It's kind of everything. Like if you want to have any chance at keep growing and going even taller, you have to be healthy. You have to eat well, you have to train, get strong, build muscle, get the growth hormone and testosterone and all those things going, right? You have to make gains like that. You have to eat saturated fat, animal protein with some carbs, you know, potatoes, rice, honey, fruits. Yeah, with the saturated fats and the animal protein, and you have to eat in a surplus and train fucking hard and sleep well and take care of yourself, you know. Stuff like sauna and fasting will help with growth hormone too, if that does anything, you know. But, you know, I've actually, since I started training, and I started doing that when I was 25, I've always thought that I'm 176 centimeters since I've been an adult, which is not super tall. It's 5 centimeters below average here. But since I've trained, now that I've had to measure myself for different things, other people that measure me say 177. So I guess I managed to, just by mobility and straight improve my posture. I'm like an inch, no, not inch, centimeter taller. But so you see, you might have stopped growing just height-wise, as you will do at some point in your teens, you know. But you can do stuff to just grow and become more of a man. Like, height is not everything. You gotta understand that. You know, I know I've obsessed about these things too, and I obsessed about my penis size and everything when I was younger. I don't give a shit anymore, you know. Like, because the overall, what you do, I told a client this recently, you make yourself so fucking awesome overall that the little weakness, oh yeah, I could be taller, you know, whatever, you know, but fucking look at me. Does it matter that I'm not taller, really? Become the Chad. No one can take that away from you, even if you're a little short or whatever. Maybe you're not even short, you're just worried that you stopped growing, but yeah, guys, please keep more coming. I guess I'll do the next set. Time to go shirtless mode, I think. It's nice. The weather is nice. Maybe, doesn't matter if you don't see my foot on the ground. Maybe I can still have it like this. Maybe if I do it like this. Like that. We'll try it. Yeah. Okay. Look at me. Oh no, I'm not tall enough. No girls are gonna like me because I'm not tall enough. No one can respect me. Okay, brother, thanks for the suggestions, he said, the guy with the height advice, 70-year-old. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome, sport. That's what I'm gonna call you, young guy, sport. Let's see. If you have any other questions, more detail, I would recommend watch my video, The Apprentice Novice Lifting Program. Start following that program, 3 times per week workouts in the gym. And you're gonna put on size if you just take good care of yourself. And you won't care about your height, really. What? You have to rest a bit for the next leg. Who's playing the music? Very nice weather today, guys. Oh, we have some more people now. Please like the stream, please ask questions. Oh yes, my bench press. I will answer it after the next leg. Thanks for the question. Thanks for helping out with good topics, because it's important for when people see the stream afterwards, right? Good job, Jan says. Thank you. Hello. Hello. Technology. Okay. Yes, it's a bit of cardio in that. It's also the pain. You just, okay, Niels. What is your PR in bench pressing? So clean, regular bench press. 130 kilos. So nothing too impressive. I have been challenged to get 140 before I'm 30, which is on December 12th. So I guess I have a little less than 3 months now, right? Which should be doable. But you say that's not bad, man, and nice. But I don't think so. You say I don't have bad confidence. Oh, I'm so weak. But I just don't think that it's impressive, because I know what you can do. I know that I can get a lot more. So, I'm training now to improve it. You can be proud. But look, I'm proud of me in general and my achievements. It's just the bench press in specific. To me, it's one of my weakest lifts. I'm better at pulling, chin-ups. I'm way better with my legs, deadlifts and squats, like relatively. So, it's fine. I know. And I have good chest and shoulders, right? So it's just that specifically, I don't think that my bench press PR is that impressive. That's all. So last time, I can tell you my training numbers now. On my upper, so this is what I'm going to try to improve upon tomorrow on my upper workout. But I do a Larsen press right now, so I don't use leg drive. Just have the legs in the air. Pick that up from Bald Omni-Man. Great YouTube channel about lifting for naturals, if you haven't seen it. But I'm doing the close grip Larsen press because I've just picked up on emphasizes weaknesses for me. And I did 6 past reps per set with 100 kilos. And if anything, I'm more happy with that when I make my workout PRs than when I took the 130. It's like, okay, soon have 3 plates on each side, But the training PRs, when you care about the process, you don't, like, PRs are nice to hit, but you care more about the growth, the whole thing, right? So training PRs sometimes, when you've been stuck, or like for me, the bench pressing, it's a weak exercise for me because I've had shoulder injuries before. And when I lose weight, that's one of the exercises that tends, like when I cut, even if it's not muscle, it's just one of the exercises that tends to take a hit. So it's a difficult one for me. Now it's going well with the training, and I actually feel better about that, like managing to make progress than the PR in and of itself. Okay, so you said, JN says, you're natty, bro, that's impressive. Would you ever go on, and Niels continue, would you ever go on TRT when your testo levels drop when you age? No, like most likely not. I like being natural for the health reasons, and just, it also says that you value the right thing to me. If you're not going to be like a power lifter, contest bodybuilder, something like this, it's really your dream, like fine, if you feel that that sacrifice is worth it, go ahead. But for instance, I want to be a virile father, virile, how do you say it in English? To be honest, what tempts me more than going on it and just being on it when I'm older would be, I think, they say that you can't keep gains you make, when you take steroids and stuff. Like, you lose it. And look, I feel like that's not nuanced enough, because I feel like someone like me that has managed to do so good progress naturally, if I go on something extra and just blast it and then have a very controlled protocol, like post-cycle therapy, and I just keep doing everything in my lifestyle on point. I'm sure that if I made like extreme gains, I wouldn't be able to hold on to everything, but I just don't believe that I could not, have gotten a little boost from it. So that's more tempting to me than anything. It's still something I'd do a lot later in life if I did it. But to be honest, all of this is just to make more interesting answers too than just saying, no, I won't do it. Because like my value is that it's definitely more important. Everything else is more important to me than I don't think about it much. It's like when you're a little black-pilled about your ability to make progress because you don't know. But now I've managed to do so great results in these 4 years. I can't really worry about it. I know I'm better than many people on steroids. Like, why should I obsess about it? So it's just as a pure nerd that wants to take it really far, I could fantasize about doing that, like blasting for half a year or something, taking half a year to very controlledly, go off it and see if I can retain some of that. That would be my thing. Okay, terkesterone. No, to be honest, I can't know even, because you can search for on my channel on terkesterone and you find a bunch of videos. I took it. I don't really think it did anything for me. And then afterwards, after I had said that, it turned out that it seems like a lot of the terkesterone supplements were bunk, wasn't the actual product. So fuck terkesterone. Like, where are you at with your training? Like, the terkesterone is not what has made my gains. It's the fucking growth mindset, the introspective work, progression, the auto-regulation when you train. Not accepting anything else than progress. If progress stops, you change something. You don't allow yourself not to make progress. That's all you need. Terkesterone, if it did, it's like creatine, Yeah, that's a little spice on the thing, but it's never the main thing at all. Let's do another set of the other one. I'm actually gonna try and have you'll see, standing the other direction. Yeah, see, nice, the autumn colors. This is difficult, though. Maybe I'm thinking wrong, or? There's a lot of balance now. Maybe I have to do it like that. Oh, a lot of that is just you have to balance. Can't show it from the start, or show it from the start. I'm just exhausted after this. It doesn't show much, I think, but right from the start, I have to stabilize so much with my foot. I should feel that a lot in my foot and calf even. Oh, you said a lot while I was gone. Yeah, I hope your channel will explode one day. Truly deserve it. Thanks, man. You can do your part by commenting a lot on videos, liking them, supporting me with Super Chat or Patreon, you know, so that I can invest more time and effort into making higher quality and quantity videos. Because I appreciate people cheering on, and but I want everyone to contribute on their level, right? But this is also what I'm trying to teach, guys. If you truly hope for me, for my channel to get bigger, then don't just say it. Do more. You see what I'm saying? It's so funny. There's a lot of people in life. I'm not saying this to you at all. I'm just taking the chance to make the point, you know. I've really enjoyed you know, you're already contributing, both of you guys, because you've been talking so much. You're making it a really good stream, where it's not only my monologue what I can think of, but actually greatly influence what you say, right? So I appreciate that. But a lot of people, they just say things like that. Well, you know, I like your content, you deserve more subs. And it's like, but why have I only seen you comment once then? Like, comment more. Do what you can, and maybe send a super chat every once in a while, or whatever you can do, right? But I appreciate the cheering on. Oh, you've been with me, you say. I still remember the time when you had 100 followers on YouTube. Still, I don't recognize you. I mean, maybe you have a very anonymous name like that, JN, and no picture. So maybe if you commented long ago, because I am very good at this point to remember people who has commented. Well, let's see. Niels, who is your biggest inspiration in life? God. No elaboration really. But otherwise, I talked about it on my stream yesterday, that the only man I truly look up to and like more directly take after, in a sense, is Opti Holm, at Opti Holm on Instagram. We're gonna try to meet up, and I'll do videos then too in October. But he's the guy I mentioned that's like 7 years older than me. It's basically just very similar to me, but way ahead. So because we value a lot of the same things and are very similar people, he becomes a very direct inspiration for me. But then I of course have many bros that, you know, I consider us like equals, but we have different strengths and that, so we can support each other that way. So I really, if I had to pick one, I have one mentor role model like that. That's Opti Holm right now. My goal is to surpass him, and I've told him, and even if it's when we're like 60 years old, I will beat you. I've told him, because, you know, I get access to a lot of his wisdom. You know, that he, for instance, he said now that he and his girlfriend wishes they had rested more, like taken more, just because you gotta be active and make shit happen, right? But just take a little bit more rest than you think you need. And so I really taken that to heart. So you see, my goal is to get, you know, beat him. But it's completely uninteresting to just be inspired by people, guys. You now your turn. You get inspired. Now it's your turn to inspire others. That's the thing I want. People that just follow, they just watch, they don't even interact or anything. Is that how you live your life? You just look at others live their lives. That's your life, you know. Or do you want to get involved when there's a chance? You can. But like these guys are doing here in the chat, talking, like, yeah. Yes. Oh, there's a lot going on in chat now. You know, this is really a rest day for me. So, you know, these workouts are bonus. That's why I'm so fine with taking these longer breaks. Like I have on other streams, gotten stuck by the camera a bit. But now the stream is really the main point. And I would be training more if you guys weren't so active in the chat, right? So, let's see. Niels, yeah. I hope your channel will explode. Nice. Niels, I think Spiderman with the biggest inspiration. It's like, yeah, Spiderman is a good role model, but I can't say that's my biggest inspiration. And then I think it's the Liver King. Niels said, "Ha, liver scam is a fraud." JN says his liver is king. Yes. What would Theo's opinion be on the Liver King? Messed up because of gear, JN says. He's like the mini and natty version of Liver King. You mean me? Like, but okay. If you keep, yeah, okay, the Liver King, like a guy like that annoys me because there are like positive things about his message too, but it's like a bit too perverted. Like even the fake natty thing, you know, I can buy that some people don't talk too much about it without seeing it as necessarily being dishonest, because it's like they're trying to shift their focus. Like, okay, I might be on gear, but listen to these other good things that I do, Kind of, I view Mike O'Hearn these days like that. Like, I think he used to be more of the bad kind of fake natty. Now it's almost making it a meme, but his advice about training and mindset, is just on point. You can't say anything else about that. A guy like Liver King, I don't think is as on point, but I hate that there is some good stuff in there with the ancestral lifestyle, eating organ meats more ancestrally, and all the shit. I haven't looked at him too much. I get I have the surface view like that, right? I've seen some clips, but yeah, for the most part, I don't like him. Because also he's perverting lots of things that I am into, and associating with some dumb, like some talking about yourself in the third person, like Liver King. I talk about this solar night stuff, and I've said I am the solar king sometimes, but I don't go around be like the solar king will do a Spider-Man workout. The Solar King thinks that, it's fucking weird shit that he's associating with a lot of things that I like. So, and he's obviously a fake natty. So. No, thumbs down. Some good stuff. If you saw him exactly for what he is, you could probably pick something good up from there. But a lot of people get fooled in a way that I don't think is good. Level 2. Do you work outdoors in the winter as well? Like, not much. I would train in the gym most times, but I'm moving to Greece. So, fortunately, I don't work outdoors only. Like, I do a thing out of it. A workout like this works great outside. If it was like raining heavily, I wouldn't be outside. I would go to the gym. Now the sun happened to be here. It still has some effect here, even in Sweden. So yeah. I'm taking opportunity. I would do it every now for the difficult, Like I walked home from the gym when it was raining with a heavy bag with groceries that I picked up on the way and stuff. I could have taken the bus, but for the difficult, I walked in the rain. So I will do that sometimes, But the training in the big picture, the important part is that the training gets done. Then if it's not training difficulty with the weather and stuff, it's something else. The difficult always has to be there. Okay. Evil Jagan. Hey Theo, you got verified. How did that happen with 100k? Congrats, by the way. Well, that's a business, like you have to know the right person, and you might have to pay a whole lot of money, like maybe more than you ever paid for anything. But because I'm trying to show you guys how much I put into this channel, like the verified check mark. Of course, for you guys that are already here, it doesn't do anything, but it is one thing that I just got a message, got distracted. Where were we? We were about the verified. It gives you credibility, so more people are more willing to click your stuff for that. More, it looks more professional. But I think mainly the fact that now it's going to show up by my name always when I comment on other channels too. And most people that comment don't have any videos up, so it's not that common to just be clicking people in the comment section. But now it will see that it's actually a channel. So I made this investment, because I happened to come upon the right person that I could pay to help me with this, That's how it works a lot with this verified checkmarks. If it isn't that you're so big that the site wants to verify you and push you like that, you have to make it. That's how it works on the other. Lots of people get their checkmarks that way, So yeah, guys, I'm glad someone now supported with a super chat. A lion word, sun soda. Not as much of the sun soda right now. Not today actually, but yesterday. I take it on. It's completely auto-regulated. When it's the summer, I just drank it a whole lot with my lifestyle, because on intuition, leaders of it on some days. Now, barely anything on some days. So, yeah. But thank you so much for the, NCD. Is that New Zealand dollars? Well, thank you. You're contributing to the check mark. I like it. Can you guys help me pay for this fucking check mark, and so we can make this fucking happen, growing the channel? Or otherwise just comment and like always, guys. Niels, yes, consuming too much food can be good for you in the long term. JN said, but eating that much like him be good for longevity. I don't think you mean me, right? You mean the Liver King. The thing is, how much you eat, it depends on what's the thing. It's a good thing to be much if you're exerting a lot of energy. Then it's a different story if you're unnaturally big because of steroids, then and the steroids in and of themselves are going to be a huge stress on your organs. But the thing is, when you have great metabolic health, like I do, for instance, you know, do you understand that I walk around looking like this now? I'm trying to gain weight, guys. I'm eating like 4,000 calories, but I have such high energy expenditure that, you know, it just... Yeah, it's very difficult. I'm gaining strength so far, but I barely put on fat, which I don't really mind, but I'm almost afraid, like, am I not eating too much? Come on. And so when you have good metabolic health, your mitochondria, the energy, what do you say in English? Energy, I've forgotten this word before. No, the factory, I guess, energy factory. When they're working efficiently, and the energy you eat, you just use productively a lot. So it's not necessarily just eating a lot. It's like, what do you do with that energy? And it's so not good for us to be eating more energy than we expend. That's what makes us so unhealthy, fucks up our hormones, and makes us lethargic and all this shit, right? JN said a dot. And how is the food quality in Sweden? Well, it's like big food is everywhere, right? And it's hard when you live in a city to get too much local stuff like that. But that being said, we are lucky here. It's a lot better than many places. But for instance, the raw dairy, very difficult to get if you live in the city. But the meat quality, definitely good when it's Swedish meat, better than in many places. Yeah, and lots of... Yeah, basically... I get almost everything I want to. Yeah, I see you sent a €1 super chat. Thanks a lot. You know, this is also what I'm trying to show people. If everyone did €1, did you understand what that would mean? Everyone subscribing to the channel became a patron for $1, €1, whatever. That, all of a sudden, that's 1,000. And for the people doing it, it's barely anything. And I also realized this is never going to happen because a lot of people are just ego, right? They're always treating everything around them like an ATM. What can I get from this? And never want to invest anything. It's going to bite them in the ass in the end, right? So there's always going to be some. And of course, I'm not want to push anyone to do something that they can't, you know. But some people that really appreciate you and have the means, they will just make up for all the people that don't. I've realized that's what the balance is like. Okay, I think we run out of things in the chat for a little bit. But thanks for the super chat again, JN. I guess because I want to do one more set of each of this, and that might be it for today, guys. It depends if you stay a bit, chat can get some more shit going. But for the workout, you know, if I done 3 sets of each of this, I'll just do some stretching later. I'm gonna sauna after this. Actually, I brought everything already. Why not? I can actually do the exercise over there. Maybe it's a better angle even. Yeah, that's better, right? Oh, another euro for JN. Thanks. See, JN is doing it for one of you guys that's looking right now and not doing it. Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it. We can try something different on the last one. You know, I did first without dumbbells, second with dumbbells, and I'll see. I might not be stable enough to do this, but I'll try something else. Rest for a bit. Did you put another? Oh no, there was just 2 $1. I thought there was even another one. Okay. I like it. Making money from the, even if it's just euros, like single amounts like that. It's cool. This is what I'm doing, you know, talking to you guys with the weights. Oh, I forgot. I had the other dumbbell position, but you know what? That was not as good. To the sides, I felt a better stretch. Sansoda. Ay, guys. Right now, I'm gonna do one more of the single leg hip hinge thing I've done. Then I might do some stretching, but we'll see. Yeah, do you know what I'll do actually? I'll go put on the sauna, come and go do some stretching, and then I end the stream no matter what, because I go in the sauna, right? Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, actually I'm gonna skip these ones. JN, €2. Wow, doubling up. Theo, are you tricking me into saying something dumb now? But I'll say it either way. Theo, Guy, Ore. Do you know Ivan Juric? This guy has a channel, Squat Every Day. Yeah, I've seen the channel. I watch like 1 or 2 videos, but not so much. Seems like a good guy. Yeah, I need to bring the dumbbells. It's a little unfortunate with the camera. If I want to be on camera, can just take 1 dumbbell at a time. I'm gonna challenge my balance here at the end even more. So you might see me stumble and fall. It's kind of cool, guys. You know, these are things that most people are so afraid of, right? Doing things that you might fail. And you know, it's not a secret, everyone could see that you're failing. But it doesn't matter. You know, if you fear failure, you fear progress, or you hinder progress. I think that would be good. Maybe my head will get a bit cut off, but that's okay. Okay, you see? This lady smoking over here by the outdoor gym. No manners. Jan says, it's good to see you happy. It's because you believe in God. You got that right. Very true. Well, thanks. Thanks for being happy for me, I guess. I hope you're happy too. Next one. Last one. With a difficult leg forward. actually go away with it. Was there any other super chat there? Oh yeah. What? Oj, niet Valenteo. Oj. Niels asks, are you against artificial sweeteners? Well, it's a balance. I'm not for and against stuff, generally. Like, there are very few things that my view is so drastic. Like, I've taken this as an example. Porn, like internet porn, I'm completely against. But even like if a couple is married and they would send like naked picture to each other or something, I don't really think that's a big deal. And it's not really something I care a lot about either, I think, like to do for myself. But so I'm saying there's always a nuance. So with artificial sweeteners, I just know that aspartame, for instance, can, for some people, it really messes with their gut microbiome. And it's a long-term thing. You might do well, but it kind of can grind it down if you overdo it or if you're sensitive. But me, for instance, when I've done it, actually not with drinking a lot of diet soda, recently it's very rare that I buy it now, but I've done it more at times and I've really never experienced any bad effect. But I don't know if that's because I've not used it for long enough that I take breaks like that, or if I'm just not sensitive. So that's my opinion. You gotta notice for yourself how you react to those things. Jan, don't fall to you, otherwise you need to use my donation for a doctor visit. Why? Use your donation. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I did. I almost fell once. That's probably when you commented, like on the other leg. Elia Ward, why are you moving to Greece? Like, I get this question a lot, of course, and I answered it on my stream yesterday. But thanks for the super chat, the $2 New Zealand dollars. Well, I know for 2 years that I want to move. It's really not the place for me. Like, the funny thing is, I've like conquered my home world, if you understand that. I don't want to change anything about my living situation here, really. But like the future of me, my project, and my sun princess, to be frank, it's not here in Sweden. So I just not known where, really. To go to, so I'm trying to figure it out. And so when I felt like I reached a high level this summer, when I really felt like I have nothing done to do, if I'm staying at home more, I'm kind of just maintaining my progress. So now it's time to move. I still don't know quite where. So I do like deduction, kind of like, what is it that I'm looking for? Well, that it's sunnier and nicer for a bigger part of the year, and that the people are a bit more open, open-minded. And so I conclude that, okay, I don't want to go too far home where stuff is too different, like Thailand or something. Could be nice for a vacation or something at some point, but it's not the place I'd want to live. So Southern Europe is what I end up with. Like, yeah, still Europe, just a bit more closer to the equator. And I've been in both countries, Spain and Greece, that I come up with that, yeah, probably one of those. And so I decide Greece because, Theodor, my name is Greek. It means the gift from God, Theodoros. And I just feel more connection to Greece. The Stoics, the philosophy, all that shit. My Greek teacher, she's just a random Greek woman. Like, I'm not to discredit her, just a random woman, but just someone I picked as my teacher that I didn't know. And we have these amazing conversations about life and philosophy and that. The Greeks are just, they seem to be, the people, the culture seem to be in a way that I want a lot. So that being said, it's still just a tryout. This is the first target, and I predict that I will like it a lot in Greece. But speaking of that, she wrote to me now, the Sun Princess. But yeah, it's even if I see it ending up well, very likely, it's just the first try. If you see, I could be like, oh, you know what, this wasn't the place for me. But I gotta get away. I can't just be thinking. I have to act. Before you don't know until you act, right? Jay, you're a Viking, so why Greece? Other culture, mentality. Yeah. Vikings went all over the place, so why not? Yeah, the thing is, I'm not abandoning this. This is the beautiful thing, guys. I'm talking about I already have everything I want at home. My family lives here. Many family friends and friends live around here. My cousin, that's like my sister, and her husband and their kid, and they have twins on the way. They will be moving to this neighborhood, so I will have this kingdom to return to always, and my people to return to. So the plan is to be like 9-ish months in Greece or wherever it ends up being, and 3 months I come home and be with everyone in the summer here. Do the opposite, not go away in summer. Be here when it's nice here in the summer. No, I think she just texted and said kind of what's up, I guess. Yeah, kind of. She asked me how it's going. We didn't really talk much yesterday, so we're gonna catch up, I guess, on the weekend. Good luck, brother. I award us. Thanks. We will read the southern part of Europe. I will not read it. I will come and improve it. You know, remember my name, the gift from God. I'm not Theo. Theo is just my nickname, but that means Theo is God. It's just my nickname, just so happens to sound the same like the word God, but I'm Theodoros, the gift from God, and I'm coming as a gift to Greece. The jacked and tan, blonde, blue-eyed Chad, you know, comes to just give his powers, improve Greece. Come to Belgium, we have good beer and chocolate. Fuck the beer, I'll have some chocolate. But yeah, you know, I will be visiting my friend Sim, if nothing else. And Domin, I'd visit too, if I got the chance. I don't remember where he lives in Belgium, but Antwerp is where Sim lives. So I'd visit him. And I would, if I go somewhere, if people reach out and they can make something good happen, I'd meet them. Because I say that because some people, you know, when you are a guy like me, a lot of people just want to meet me and kind of use me. They want, basically, they treat it as we're friends, or present it as, well, they really want my help, and I don't get shit back, you know. Oh, you live in Antwerp. Is there still a pagan Viking mentality in Sweden? No. Are you kidding? You know, like, is it like the most soy boy country ever? So, no, not really. Let's go put on the sauna, guys. Well, you guys, you know, this is the extrovert's dilemma always. In a way now, I can stick around for a bit. But of course now a bit part of me, like, I want to respond to my girl and that. But, you know, it's good to let her wait a bit too. It wouldn't be impossible that she's looking now either. I'm just pretending that she isn't. You never know. But yeah, I'm going to stick around, guys. I'll go put on the sauna. Go out and meditate, I almost said, but it's a bit meditative to stretch. Talk a bit more to you guys. But then, when I go in the sauna, I'm gonna have to end the stream, of course. Like, the chat. I look more and more like my grandma. She was the Aryan one, you know, the German one. And, you know, I'm kidding when I say Aryan, or, you know, I don't put any value into, you know, I'm not a Nazi, is what I'm saying. It's just funny to use those words, because they're controversial, you know. Funny. Soy boy laughed at that. Yeah. And you know, soy boy, it's not necessarily, actually, in my Greek teacher, she's a vegan, but she's the good kind. Like, of course, I get like, oh no, because I don't want her to be that. But it's for, you know, she knows that it's not optimal. She's like, yeah, we're not thriving. But it's an emotional thing for her. She feels like and she's done it for 12 years. So I'm just very careful, because we really share the same worldview on all the important things. So when she's not all morally righteous about it and knows that it's not optimal, but still chooses to do it, then I gotta respect it, right? So, you know, being a soy boy, it's not only being a vegan, right? It's the mindset that comes with it too, for a lot of people. Change the camera, maybe. Let's page 18. Yeah, 3. There you go. Kasmat Chimaev. What is all the shit you make me say, guys? Or did I leave my bag outside? Actually, do it like this. Have I switched it back? Yeah, I did. Because of the mobility I've done, I could hold the door open and get that bag. Did you meet him? Is that a guy? Do you cardio? He's in Stockholm. I have no idea what it is, guys. Like, I think it's funny. Sometimes people ask about stuff that I talk about often in my videos, and sometimes people just assume things that I have no idea about. It's interesting being a content creator, I must say, because you have to deal with a lot that I'm kind of the same person in my relationship all the time, but there's a lot of different people. So you repeat so many things and all that. UFC fighter from Sweden. Okay. To be honest, I'm not super into all of this. Like at some point, it's one thing I want to take on for myself, at least to some degree, learn a bit more martial arts, get into that, like probably a bit more, like, you know, to get into it, and then maybe just do it once or twice per week or something at some point. Like, would you want to do so many things? So right now is not the time, but what I'm getting at is I am not necessarily super interested in following what others do. This is something that's way too big for people these days. They're just following, just fucking following and not doing, like consuming but not producing. You become a fighter, you know. Like, so I'm not saying don't follow it at all, but do you see my point? That's why I'm not super interested. But when I start training something like that, I'll, you know, probably just because of that get more into it. Chechen, he's crazy. You have the body for MMA, why not try it? Yeah, but like I'm saying, at some point, some martial arts. I didn't say, I said the opposite, you know. You should ask why try it in that case, because I said I want to. Okay guys, a bit of stretching here for the sauna. I guess we've gone for 119. I guess 130 is going to be pretty perfect timing when the sauna is going. Next week, make your first training. Shut the fuck up, man. Like, what are you doing? Like, I'm already doing so many things. I'm having my 5 fucking workouts according to program. I do shit like this. That's not the program. I have Greek lessons. I have clients. I have, like, when should I do this, you know? What are you doing? What are you doing? You know, tell me what you're doing instead of telling me. I'm pretty sure that I'm the guy in this relationship that's already doing more and maybe should tell you something you should be doing. So, no, I'm not doing it next week. I'm doing it when it's the right time to do it. And Neil said truth bombs being dropped here. Yeah, thanks, man. I'm looking forward to seeing what JN said after I scolded him there. Okay. Oh, you didn't say anything more. The chat popped up again, so I just thought, I'm doing jiu-jitsu, I work 8 hours a day, I have a family to take care of, I train 2 hours a day, I study. No excuses to you. Are you kidding? Like, what are you fucking talking about? Like, great for you that you're doing those things, but why do you think that? Do you think I want to do it more because you nag me like this? You know, like if anything, I feel like fuck it. If I even consider doing it now, I won't because of your annoying attitude about it. Like, great, I'm glad you're doing good things. I'm doing good things as well. I'm very happy with everything I'm doing. If anything, right now, I'm looking for relief so I can rest more because I had anxiety last weekend, right, because of a lot of things like overwhelming me. Like this is the thing, when you see anonymous people online having input on you and like that, you know, you say what you do there, it's great, you know, but why do you think that you know better than me what am supposed to do? Why don't you know? It's one thing if you have the suggestion, like, would you consider it? Okay, I see. Well, good luck when you do it. It's gonna be cool to see or whatever. But you know, no excuses. Like, no, there's not. It's an explanation. I'm not doing it now. You can call it an excuse if you want. I have that video. Explanation is always an excuse to some extent, but you know, how many percent to each? Neil says, "You're right, man. People need to mind their own business instead of keeping track of everybody else." Yeah, exactly. You know. Word. How much time in the sauna do you recommend while prolonged fasting? As if I recommend a certain number, you know. I recommend the same as always. Like, it depends. Like most sauna sessions are going to be, the best ones are going to be 2 to 3 sittings of like 10 to 15 minutes. And then maybe if it's later at night, you do more like 3 and more closer to 15 because you can go harder, because it will exhaust you more, and it's fine because it's the evening and you want to wind down and go to sleep. But earlier in the day you don't want to sauna too hard because it might exhaust you if you push it too hard and you don't have energy to go about your day. So it's kind of the same when you I've done the mistake sometimes when I fast that I feel like I want to do it real hard just because I fast, and I've pushed it a little bit too hard. I kind of had to lie almost passed out for half an hour before I can even do anything productive after it. So you see, it's kind of same line of thinking like with the sauna. At any point, like most of the time 2 to 3 sittings of 10 to 15 minutes at like 80 degrees. It depends on the sauna, type of sauna too. But yeah, and then you know, you're to the lower side if it's earlier in the day most of the time, and to the higher side if it's later in the day. I was joking, Jay says. Baby, I was joking. I was testing your patience. Yeah, but it was quite good, right? I kind of just explained it and bantered with you, like, because I'm not actually upset about it, right? But does every home has a sauna in Sweden, you ask? No, that's the thing. They are, and Eli Ward, thanks for the sauna tips. You're welcome, bro. Yeah, the thing is with sauna here, it's a big thing, but it's not super common to have in your home. That's more of a fancy thing here. But like all the gyms have sauna. If it's the gym doesn't have a sauna, it's a shit gym, you know. Same thing with like a, what would you say, a place where you go swim, bathing house, swimming club, or whatever, swimming pool place, you know. They will have a sauna. But in Finland, that's when even a little small apartment like mine would have a sauna. So in Finland, even if it's a big thing in Sweden, it's like next level in Finland. And they call Swedish sauna is what Finns refer to as like weaker sauna. Kind of funny. Yeah. Is there anything? You asked about cardio before, right, JN? I don't really. It's also another thing that I'm like looking for. How should I? I've done some cardio now in the dancing I've done in the morning, right? But because I dance so hard, intensely to the music, try to keep it going and only take like breaks by dancing slower when the music is a bit slower. But it taxes my cardio like hell, that dancing. So that's actually been some cardio for me. But then it's more like I will sometimes switch up how I do my weight training and mobility training, higher pace and that, and big compound exercises, especially at higher reps, become some conditioning too, right? So in a sense, I'm trying to be more of a strength athlete, and so I address my conditioning as much as possible via that. But now recently I've done this dancing that's definitely high cardio for me. I would consider doing some sprinting at some point. Jogging, just going for a run, I can do completely spontaneously. I've done that a few times in this forest like this year. Yeah, but so that's basically me and the cardio. Okay, guys. Hey, I'm gonna stick around for a few more minutes. So if you want some kind of final take on something, yes, I do just a little inside thigh stretch again. I can actually, what I can do actually as a finisher, I can test my split. I'm just do it on one side because I can feel immediately it's not gonna work with the left side forward because of the injury. But I can try it, see where we're at. with the front. Well, I changed the angle a bit on this. Not quite that much. It's not that far off, right, guys? The hamstring mainly, that's what I'm feeling here. Here. I'll take a good stretch as a finisher. It was just a small little workout, guys, for my goal of reaching the front split, really, and just some daily exercise for health like that, and getting out in the sunlight and having a stream. You see, optic, you get a lot of shit done at the same time. You see how much I've done with this 1.5 hour, really, how much I have achieved. I've even made some money from you guys, thank you. Oh my god. I can see on the other side, but it's probably gonna be focusing more on the hip flexor stretch here because it hurts too much in a bad way on the left side forward. Hip flexor. Okay. Oh my god. Wait. Okay, guys. Do I feel offended? You made a fucking bait out of me. Now we need to fight. That's how alpha mentality works. Exactly. You're supposed to be incredibly emotional and take everything other people say very harshly, so that you feel like a lack of control. You lost the word battle, and now you have to dominate them with your fists, because that's how it works. I can see sometimes where a physical confrontation can be productive and necessary between two men, but if both are like have the right mindset, that they're not actually violently angry, that they're looking to kill each other, but the words don't do it anymore, and they just to get the conflict out of their system, like beat each other up a little bit. That I can see, like that's kind of what happens with siblings sometimes, but I guess they're kids, they're kind of trying to kill each other. They're so fucking mad and just little kids, right? But no, of course, we can just shoot the shit, shoot a little banter. I enjoy it. You handle it well, my friend. So I enjoy that, because you know, a lot of people, they take me wrong sometimes when I'm just throwing the banter, and this is what I say, that it's the alpha burden sometimes. You have to say things that hurt some people's emotions, their feelings right now, but it's actually what they need to hear, and if they listen to it. You say, but I think I'll beat you. Yeah, well, you done jiu-jitsu, so in some kind of fight you definitely beat me, man. Like, I have no ego about that. That's what I've said right now. That's why that's queued up for me to do, you know, learn some martial art. Because I feel like right now, yeah, because I just have a very capable body, I'll be able to do a lot in a fight. But if I meet an actually experienced fighter, like, no. And also that I'm not very scared, you know. I know I'm strong, I have confidence, I don't feel that intimidated by most people. But if I stand in a ring with a guy that actually knows what he's doing, of course I'm gonna get my ass kicked for sure. But okay, guys. Farewell, solar nights. Enjoy the sauna, Liaward says. Yeah, thanks, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna head in the sauna now. The Swedish word when I'm gonna say now on these streams, okay, now everything is messing up, but I mix it with a sweet nu is now. I get new. Okay, guys, thank you for this stream. Thanks for the super chat. Thanks for the great interaction, guys. Great. I'll see you later. Peace.